Welcome to Syntax. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Front End Happy Hour podcast.
Welcome to this week's JS Party.
Live from Shipshape Studios, this is Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot, with your hosts, Robbie the Wagner and me, Charles William Carpenter III.
That's right, Charles. We drink whiskey and talk about web development. I mean, it's all in the name. It's not that deep.
This is Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot. Do not adjust your set.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tequila, Tech, and Tangents, a special edition of Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot with your sometimes hosts. You're probably confused these days, but it's Robbie the Wagner and Charles William Carpenter III.
Yeah, you're always here. We always have to see your
That's
dumb
true.
face, but here I am.
Not always.
Okay.
When you did lots of live ones, you did them without me. But
Okay, that's true. Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on to the guest. It's not about
Yeah.
you, man.
yes, I know.
Hi, everyone. I'm Allie.
Hey.
You can find me online everywhere at Ending with Allie on everything, including Minecraft.
Yes. I'll have to test that. My son is very into Minecraft, and so, yeah, we'll have to find you there.
Is Minecraft a programming language? That's our first question.
No, it's Java and Lua. I think they use Lua now for modding. But
Yeah, I
don't
know.
quote me
It's
on
just
that.
a joke.
I take it very seriously. I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but it is a great game, and it's also like I love saying like and Minecraft because it's like because I can get my name everywhere.
Yeah.
No one expects it.
Yeah, that's true. I
That's
never
true.
even thought about that. There's no way I could get my name on Minecraft at this point. It's like that.
You
ship
should get
is sailed.
Charles William Carpenter III.
Possibly. You think? Because I'm not sure. I'm not.
You think there's
yeah.
another one? There
Who
probably is
might
another
be.
one somewhere.
characters.
Yeah. So there's also that. Yeah, I do the number 3. So it's Charles W THE 3RD. That's the way I've been able to like work around it a little bit lately. I used to have just Chuck Carpenter everywhere, and then I rage quit things like 10 years ago. And then when you came back to some of those things, it turns out I lost them all. So don't make that mistake, is what I would
That's
say.
why I lost my Telegram, but that's not
yeah.
my username, so
Yeah, fair
I'm not on
enough.
Telegram.
No. Yeah, I won't look for you there.
Please don't.
Just
find
on
me.
Signal. Yeah,
Don't find
I
me
don't
on
know.
anything. Find me
On
only.
anything.
DM me only on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, that's reasonable. We'll go with that. All right, let's, I guess,
we
start
drinking,
with,
Chuck?
Yeah, let's start with the booze. Okay, so I know I'm going to say this wrong. Espolon
And long.
and blah, 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 blah. Espolon Tequila Blanco. It is made with 100% Puro agave. It just says Puro on my bottle because I bought it in Italy, I think. So it's 100% agave, double distilled, 40 proof, and 80% alcohol. Yeah, I love the pop.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, don't
Let's get
spill,
at
don't
it.
spill, don't spill.
Yeah. It's all fun and games till you spill on your desk.
I have 3 cup holders on this desk
Yes.
just so I'll never spill.
That's excellent.
Okay.
Cup
Also, I'm
holders.
just gonna let the audience know I am making a mixed drink because
Oh, you're not even going to try it straight first?
I'll take a shot.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
I will also do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
I maybe poured too much for that, but
No, I'll just do it from the bottle. Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
It's
All
so
right.
tiny.
Okay.
Cheers.
Salute. Not bad. Yeah,
But-
it's definitely very
actually,
very
yes, I braced
tequila-y.
myself for that to be very bad, and it was not that bad.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of refreshing. It definitely has a liminess to it. I don't know. We usually, I know that you listen and watch our show all the time. Nice. Is that grapefruit?
Spindrift, I love you so much.
Yeah. Is that grapefruit or is that something else?
This is their new flavor, cranberry punch.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Worth trying. I'm a big fan of the Paloma cocktail, though.
They have
love a
alcoholic
Paloma.
spindrift now too.
Oh,
I saw at
wow.
Costco.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have Costco or Spindrift or anything else probably, but
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I
have wine for like €1. So
it's so
Yeah.
cheap, the wine here. So this is an amazing thing. Yeah. So usually we pretend like we know about alcohol and we'll smell it and, say words and give it a taste and we give it a rating. You probably already know this as an avid fan of the show.
Of course.
Yes. So Robbie will tell you what our rating system is.
we're not even going to talk about how it smells or tastes or anything.
You want to
jump
do
right
this?
into?
We could do it.
No, I had some jokes prepared. Like, oh, it smells like
Perfect.
when everyone's at the bar and someone makes a bad decision, and we should all have tequila shots, or like I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, no,
Should I just apologize to the audience first because they asked? They're like, "What whiskey do you like?" And I'm like, "I don't. I don't like whiskey." So I just feel like I wouldn't do the whiskey aficionados justice by sitting here and cringing every time I had to take a sip. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What about tequila?" And they were like, "Absolutely."
yeah,
So
Well, it's a twofold thing.
We're accommodating.
Yeah, we want you to have a good time. You wouldn't enjoy that, and you probably wouldn't drink very much of it. And taking the wheels off is half the fun. And then the second thing is it gives us an opportunity to come up with like clever little, like we've done rum, react, and ramblings, and now we have So we did a wine one maybe one time, I think. Right? Yeah.
Just wine web and whatnot from
Yeah.
All Things
All right.
Open.
that's fun.
Catch us doing that again in October.
Yeah. Us meaning Robbie. I cannot fly back quite yet.
Well, you
I'm gonna
could.
work
They
on
would
that.
allow you, but your family would probably be upset.
Yeah.
It's also
there's
really
that too.
far.
Yeah. To Raleigh. I'm gonna go to New York at some point.
Oh my God, when
this
you're here, let me know.
fall. Okay, we'll do.
I'll
Yeah,
take
my
you to some bars.
company's okay. Yeah. Okay. Do they open at like 5 p.m. for early bird specials, stuff like that? You know, I'm old.
You know they
So,
open
like-
at like noon.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You
fair
need a
enough.
5 p.m. bar. The happy hour starts at 5 p.m. The bars are
Yeah,
all
that's
rolling by
true.
5.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I'm open. Yeah, my company's CEO is based there, and we do like meet in persons twice a year, and New York is the next one. So yeah,
love New
very
York.
nice. Yeah.
Very
Don't
lucky
you
to
live
be
there,
here.
right? Yes.
I'm so lucky.
So
to
that's
be here.
good. If you hated it, that would be problematic. All right.
Yeah.
So I would ask you to sniff and get notes, but it would be cranberry, I think.
Wait, I can.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
give it a shot.
I keep like making the worst faces trying to open this. Oh my God, my nose isn't this like good for this. I would say that comparative to most liquors that you smell, it doesn't punch as spirit forward in a way that would like burn the back of your throat when you smell it. It's very
Yeah.
gentle. I'm going to say the word grassy. That's what comes to my mind. But I know that somewhere in the comments, someone's going to be like, it's never had a grassy note in its life. She doesn't know what she's talking about. No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, none of us do. It's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
made up.
Agave is just a big grass, right?
Yeah,
So
it is.
true.
It does have like very like when you get sunburned and then like you have to get that green gel stuff that
Aloe?
has aloe in
Aloe?
it.
Yeah.
Yes. But specific to the green gel, not just go smell an aloe plant, which I know you can break them and
It's the
kind of
green
get the same.
coloring.
Yeah, I don't know, but it smells
It
to
does
me
kind
like
of now
that
that you
stuff.
mention it.
I know. I have the power of suggestion, so
Yeah. It
I can't
also
tell you the last
smells
time
like
I
a
used
Big
aloe.
Mac to me.
you what?
No,
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I was
man.
seeing if I could make you smell that, but no, probably not.
Yeah, the power of suggestion does sometimes work. What about like dried apricots? Do you think
Oh,
like
so
a
much
little
of
bit
that.
of dried
No, actually, none of
apricot?
that.
No.
This time, none of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just get that like aloe gel, and then the taste is very smooth tequila. It is only
Yeah.
80. You know, it is only 40 proof. Sorry, 40% alcohol, 80 proof. I've got it backwards there because it would get real weird if it was 160 proof.
The
Yes.
thing I like
Crazy.
about tequila versus like a vodka and like the darker browner liquors, like we could talk about, that's a whole different experience for me. But like compared to vodka, like this to me has a nicer flavor, but also it's easier for you to get tequila that won't hurt on the way down versus like a vodka that won't be as aggressive or as harsh. But
Yeah.
it's still, you can still have really great drinks with tequila.
Yeah, because you can still feel like you're drinking alcohol. What I don't like about like really high quality vodka is basically the better the vodka is, the more it kind of fades away and then becomes nothing. So you're just
Yeah.
tasting the mixer. It's like, I want this thing to get me drunk. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good for you. But I want to like experience a different flavor. So I would agree with that. I do typically like an añejo though. So I want a little bit of age, a little bit of brown in there just to kind of, diversify a little.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's
No,
that's
it's
all
fine.
right. No one needs.
I
to
know
be an
nothing
expert
about
here.
tequila. This
Yeah.
one, is not too bad. Let's go
Yeah.
into the rating system. So
Okay,
we have
let's do
Yeah, tell me.
0 to 8 tentacles, 0 being the worst. You never want to drink it, wouldn't clean your toilet with it. 8, this is all I want, clear the shelves, buy it all the time. 4, middle of the road. Yeah, kind of pretty simple.
And that's it.
Chuck will go first.
I will go first. So we have drinking problems, me in particular. So I try to categorize things. Like I rate it, so I would be rating this against other tequilas. And then it gets even worse because I've had enough tequilas that I will rate this against other Blanco tequilas. and I actually I'm surprised. I actually quite enjoy this. I think it's like we took those shots and there was no grimace face whatsoever. I think it's a pleasant, clean taste without being overbearing. There's a small burn, but nothing crazy. So and the price point, at least for me, was pretty incredible. This was the most expensive tequila they had at the grocery store.
Oh no!
Ezalunga, which was 20 euros.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, out of my
Wait.
choices, this was the best.
I paid $20.
Yeah, but you got half as much. Ooh.
I don't know how much mine was because my wife bought it for me.
Yeah, you have no idea. She just, I mean, yeah. So all of those things actually really shine for me. I actually take price into account because if you're selling me something for $60 that is gross, that's problematic. If things are even worse than that, and then it's what are you doing? Or it's just not good enough. You charge me $100 and this $30 thing is just as good. So I really like this. I'm going to give this out of an 8. Would grab again easily. Would love to try this in a Paloma. I'm going to say 6.5. Yeah.
Nice.
Allie, do you feel prepared to enter our complex rating system now that you know that halves or random numbers are available to you as well?
What if I just really threw a twist out there?
I'm into it.
Go for it.
Okay. So I've had nicer tequilas in the past. For the Net Gala, which is an event that I throw, I always buy myself a handle of a very high quality tequila. Last year was 1942. This year was Clase Azul. Both of those were both spectacular tequilas that I really enjoyed drinking, could take shots of those very easily, went down very easily, didn't burn too much. But honestly, looking at the price versus quality wise, I also agree. I'm putting this somewhere in a 6 just because it is that amazing. It is that good. It's not the highest quality, but it doesn't make me miserable drinking it. It still has a very good flavor. So I'm going to throw a Tao out there just to be different.
Okay.
Double pie.
Yeah. Okay. Look at you.
I said I'm going to be
So-
weird about it.
No, that's okay. This is a show for, nerdy techies, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all in that space. So I think that's a good way to go. That's clever.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have to say this is one of the better tequilas I've had. Maybe I haven't had good ones, I don't know. But anytime someone has forced me to drink tequila before at a bar or something, I'm always hating it, and I don't hate this. I like drinking this okay. So I think I'm kind of in the same range of I don't know what the best would be, but 6.5 seems appropriate.
Oh my God, we're
Seems
so synced up. We're so aligned.
Yeah. I think we need to take Robbie on a tequila adventure at some point in the future. That's what it sounds like.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because other spirits are actually really good, Robbie. I don't know if you know this. He's just always, I'll just drink whiskey because it's easy. Or he drinks.
No, I
or
don't
he
drink
will-
whiskey, actually. You
Yeah.
drink whiskey.
Yeah.
I drink whiskey for the show, and then I drink wine, or mostly wine, I guess. I don't like beer. but-
alcoholic Fresca. You drink alcoholic
Yes, alcoholic Fresca
which-
is good.
Fresca makes
Seriously.
alcoholic drinks?
Yes,
They
they
do.
do. And it's amazing.
Oh my God. Spindrift
Yeah.
just cut down their, sorry, I follow Spindrift they just dropped their alcoholic line and I'm pretty sad about it. So
Yeah.
I'll need to find a replacement.
Fresca's worth exploring. Fresca feels like such an undervalued brand. I
It is.
loved Fresca in high school. I was really into it. Kind of I don't know what happened. They still kept making it. I stopped drinking it. I don't know. And then I don't know, a couple years ago, saw it in the store, started jumping back on. This is amazing, and it tastes good. It's 0 calories. This is people are all over La Gua. Fresca is where it's at. It's good. And then Robbie introduced me to the alcoholic version, and it's amazing.
Can you get it where you're at? The alcoholic version?
Probably not. Well, I might
Seems
be
like
able
something
to,
they
actually.
would not have in Italy, but I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen Fresca at all here yet, but never say never. But I take back that I haven't seen like regular drinks, but alcohol versions of it. So there's a little bit of that. There's a lot less. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised because there's no Diet Coke here, and there's no like diet sodas whatsoever. You can get Coke
because
Zero.
they can't do
you can get
aspartame.
Sprite.
Or?
Yeah. That's all like banned. So it's like, ooh,
As it
that's
should
rough.
be.
It's been
Probably.
ages since I've been to Italy.
Oh, well, they still eat a lot of pizza. I mean, I eat pizza and gelato multiple times per week when I'm here, and usually lose weight, which is pretty amazing. So I'm all about that. Food quality, great. So they don't have those things, but I did find Monster recently, and I'm sure there's a slightly different formulation, but sometimes when it's been didn't sleep well, rough night, long drive, I don't know, something like that, I grab a Monster, and they do have that.
I've been on like a Celsius Alani Nu kick here.
Okay.
Really, yerba mate. I love a good
Oh,
yerb.
mate is amazing.
I
Yes.
love a good yerb.
In Argentina, they say yerba mate. Yerba mate. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care how people pronounce it, but it is kind of a funny thing.
Yeah.
All right. So now we move to the part of the show called Hot Takes. We ask you some, I don't know. It's usually stuff people argue about on Twitter about. So
Like, I'm the worst at this because I don't want to say I'm the least argumentative person on Twitter, but I just like don't really post my hot takes that often. Slash, I don't feel like I try to go after hot takes. People ask me like what my edgiest take is in tech and things like that. Generally, they're very gentle. My hot takes are very gentle. Like, one of my hot takes is like, if you're a junior engineer or like a mid-level engineer, it doesn't matter what language that you're writing, as long as you're learning whatever language you need to get the job done. What's more important is like understanding the paradigms and patterns of coding more than anything else, so that then you can jump into whatever work needs to be done. And that allows you more breadth of opportunities, unless like you're someone who's going into like hardware or like compiler optimization, where you need to understand the like deep fundamentals of assembly to make sure that your compiler runs fast enough. Like, if you're just doing regular back-end engineering, front-end engineering, it doesn't matter the language, it doesn't matter the library, as long as you're getting the job done.
I would say that in itself is a bit of a hot take. And
That it
is
doesn't
why,
matter?
that it is too pragmatic and that you would not fit in to San Francisco. That's
Well,
my
I don't.
hot
I
take.
lived in San Francisco. I did it. I did San Francisco pre-COVID, and I lived in a hacker house. My lore is dense and complex. There's many things that I don't talk about.
Yeah. Well, this is good.
But I did the hacker house in San Francisco. I've lived with startup founders. I've like technically been a startup founder myself. Like, I've tried it all. I just think that there is like such single-mindedness in San Francisco. And someone recently put on Twitter, they're like, what would make San Francisco more tolerable? And I'm like, looking down less onto people who are not in tech.
Yeah.
And
We're looking down less into people who don't live there. Like, what? You don't have to be there to
No, you
provide
do.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely think so. They definitely
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. And then you definitely have to participate into the circle jerk of libraries that all help each other become actual web frameworks rather than, I don't know, just use Django or Rails or something if you're trying to do that.
No, you can't do that. Not
You
cool.
cannot do that. No, it is not cool anymore. Anyway, hot takes. I think that is a little bit of a hot take, but I also fully embrace that same opinion. So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you want to pick one, Robbie? Or
Yeah, I'm going to start in the middle. macOS or
Yeah.
Linux?
Oh, I have both. My daily driver
Or
is
which
a Mac.
would you pick?
Oh, I'm going to have to pick a Mac, and I can very easily justify it. Technically, in some nebulous way, the cybersecurity community has taken me under their wing. And I'm very grateful. I love the cybersecurity community. If you want to talk smart shit with smart people, just find anybody who works in cybersecurity and ask them what they focus on, and you will have like a 5-hour conversation of just the most esoteric, fascinating things about the internet and about technology, and it's amazing. You could easily nerd snipe anybody who works in cybersecurity. So they're all Linux pilled. And if I were to say, Linux, they're all very mad at me. Even when I'm on my cybersecurity news show, they're all like, what do you mean you use Mac? Like, oh my God, like you're so locked into the ecosystem. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm not someone who cares a lot about deep customization of my workspaces. I don't have a lot of external tools. I'm not like I don't need my keyboard to sit some certain way. I don't need this to show up in the corner there, or I don't need to be manipulating my BIOS when my computer loads up. Like, that's just not me. That's never been me. Even when I was like an Android user and I've had like the ability to deeply customize my phone, it just like wasn't something I was very interested in. I don't even know what my iPhone background is. Like, I change it once a year. I just really don't care about the customization of it all, that deep ability to dive into the system in a way that many Linux users deeply appreciate. So something like macOS, where I still have a little bit of update trauma from a child, and I could talk about this. It's very interesting. But I just like don't want to have to think about like a lot of the issues that Linux puts on you as a user versus a lot of the issues that Mac takes away from you as a user.
It sounds like you like getting work done, which a lot of people don't. They like to configure things for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, like, why spend 100 hours configuring your phone, configuring your desktop? And this is my other hot take. I don't care what, like, text editor you're using. As long as you're getting your work done, don't shame people for the way that they choose to use their technology. Because as a reminder, everybody is different. The way they learn, the way they process, the way that they work best is different, and you need to create equitable and kind spaces to allow people to find and function in their most optimized way. So being like, oh, you're not using Vim? Who cares? Who cares?
Right.
I'm using VS Code. I'm still doing the same work as you.
Yeah, the output is kind of the same. And really, at the end of the day, the output to whatever consumer of your thing, they don't know any of that stuff, and they do not give a shit.
Yeah.
Yep. So there is that aspect too. So, but if you like that, great, go for you. I'm kind of in the same camp too. It's like I like to experiment here and there. Yes, like I've been in the Mac ecosystem for a long time, basically because of that. Because I just wanted to get things done, and I wanted to stop like having to do updates or patches or whatever else, and you experiment here and there. But that's just for funsies to get shit done. I'm very curious about this like Omarchi thing that DHH has going out, though, that sounds like he's kind of bringing Linux to that level where like he's made
People
a bunch
are
of
pissed.
choices for you.
All
People
the
are
Arch
pissed.
users are like, oh my God,
You've
anyone
made
can
this
install
easy now?
Arch now.
Yeah, right. So
I'm low-key working on my own Linux version because I think it'd be really funny. There's the general Linux types that the most average user knows. Like, Arch, Debian, Ubuntu, but do you know about Kali?
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, Kali is not as popular for the general Linux population because Kali is optimized for the cybersecurity community.
Yes.
And I'm like, haha, Kali, Allie?
Right. Yeah. Why
So
not?
I want to make the most annoying version of Kali Linux possible. And so part of the way that I've been like trying to learn like how to make your own Linux version is by essentially like live on Twitch. And I haven't worked on this in a while, so it's kind of a little stale right now, but basically learning live on Twitch how to make my own Kali Linux version. And one of the last things that I worked on was like, if you on your login screen type in your password wrong, it would just play a sound of me screaming. Because I think that would be really good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I want it to be annoying.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Kali Linux. The Kali Linux phrase is like the quieter you get. Oh my God, why am I blanking out on it? There is a phrase for it, but mine was like the quieter you get, the louder you become, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I am not intimately aware of Kali Linux community I've actually never installed it anywhere, but I did know it was like cybersecurity.
Yeah.
And when you go to, I think they want you to come with laptops with it set up at most like cybersecurity conferences. They're like, come with this. And then or it's like Arch or that. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. The cybersecurity conferences I've been to, I should say, have never told me a laptop to bring. If anything, I'll just bring my Mac.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I've only been to Cactus Con in Arizona because that's where I used to live. And I went there because Jack Resider was going to be there. And so he's been on the show. I wanted to meet him in person. So I was
He's
like, oh,
great.
yeah, I'm going there. And they have a whole kids track, and I have children. And so I took my son, and he went and like soldered a board and did some cryptography stuff that was really cool.
Jack is like such a sweet, sweet guy. Every time I see him, he is always just like, "You're doing amazing." I'm like,
He is like the epitome of positive. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever met a more positive person. So I do kind of
Truly.
think that. Yeah. All right. Another hot take. Let's see if we can do two. This, I think, is a good one, especially given that this is a space you were in. Is DevRel dead?
"Oh,
Yeah. Does it hurt too much? I mean, maybe we don't go
Okay.
there. I don't know.
no, no, we can go there. We can go there." I don't think that the umbrella of DevRel is dead. I think that the DevRel role has been split into several different roles. And a lot of the things that companies expect when they hire a DevRel are now technical content creators. So
Okay.
generally, DevRel, you could have been a very spectacular DevRel and not have a following and not be a content creator and not post on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. And like some of the best DevRels I know don't have followings at all. And they've been in the field for ages. But now when a modern company is looking for a DevRel, they generally are looking for technical content creators. They're not looking for people who know how to foster community, give talks, be involved in open source, plan events, know how to engage with their community to get community feedback, know how to contribute to docs in a meaningful way, know how to check analytics to figure out, oh, this is what I need to be focusing on for my community, know how to niche down into what community groups they should be representing in, doing reach out, customer conversations. I feel like that's like a different role now.
Yeah, it's like more marketing forward, right? It
Yeah.
feels like it's more the ones that exist still and that are thriving in those roles, meaning they still have a job, I feel like are so marketing forward
Yeah.
versus like helping developers actually engage in the product in a meaningful way. Like,
Yeah.
no shade.
Well,
but
is
it
that a
just
developer
seems-
advocate though? What's the difference? I
Right,
never
and
know.
what's the difference? Well, I mean, it's like, well, what's the difference between like a software developer and a software engineer? I almost feel like it's just like, yeah, exactly.
Is there a difference?
So I personally think like software engineer is a game that was played like a decade or so ago for like HR people to get people into the right salary bands so that you can sort of chase people to stop them from like bouncing around too much. And then it still happened anyway, but like we were all developers and then one day we had to become engineers because the salary bands kind of jumped up and you're chasing talent and you're trying to get them and you had to like validate in some way. And so they went and found like, oh yeah, software engineer, which does exist, but I'm not sure that it's a web application, right? Like
Yeah.
when you're on the web, I don't know that you're a software engineer.
I think a lot about how, for example, in Canada, being an engineer is a protected class, like a doctor,
Yes,
a lawyer,
you're not allowed.
things like that. So companies can't say they're hiring engineers because that completely fundamentally changes the role, the qualifications, and the regulations around that. I feel like it's almost like going to school to study computer science versus just wanting to be like writing code.
This just in, Whiskey.fund is now open for all your merch needs.
That's right, Robbie. We're hearing reports of hats, sweaters, and t-shirts, as well as a link to join our Discord server.
What's a Discord server?
Just read the prompter, man.
Hit subscribe, leave us a review on your favorite podcast app, and tell your friends about our broadcast.
It really does help us reach more people and keeps the show growing.
All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Well,
Exactly.
even computer science, like I have a CS degree, and I think it was only a few years before I got there that it like actually moved under engineering. So it wasn't even classified as an engineering degree until like more recently.
Because it was a
So-
science, it was a math. It's
Yeah.
math. There is a fundamental, provable, mathematical I remember when I took my like, I think it was my ML course in college, it was like a lot of math.
Yeah, which definitely is the case for that, which machine learning has nothing to do with like UI over CRUD operations for like database manipulation. Big
Yeah.
difference, I
Huge
think.
difference, yeah.
And so much SaaS is just that. It's an interface to database manipulation. And maybe you have a level where folks will run math over top of the data that you accumulate, and that starts to be a little more, I don't know, engineering or mathy. But the basis of so many web apps is definitely not.
I mean, I just always say like modern development is just built on the shoulders of giants. So like, how do you become the shoulders that are built upon?
I think that's a great question. Yeah.
I think a lot about that. How do you leave a lasting impact? How do you make something that is fundamentally core to day-to-day that people really think about a lot? I don't know. That's a weird way to phrase it, but
Yeah.
lasting
Yeah.
impact.
Okay. Let's get through a couple more hot takes, and then let's I want to put a pin in that a little bit because I think I have some questions kind of related to that.
Sure.
Yeah, we could probably just skip the rest of these unless
Oh, you
the
don't
first
want
one.
this?
The first one is very specific. If I don't know if you want to
To
ask that
me?
one, I don't know whether that. I don't know. Chuck wrote it. I don't know the details.
I don't know. I drink a lot, and then stuff comes out or whatever
Are
else.
you sure you don't need to like go to A? Do they have AA in Italy?
No, I don't need to. You just drink more, and then
They
your problems
call it
go away.
allora.
Allora. Yeah. I mean, actually, what I do is that's self-deprecating humor is a core part of my online persona.
I mean,
So I
same.
can't fix these problems. If you fix them, then I become dumb and boring.
But what if I lose my spark?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, Rails or Laravel?
I don't want to answer this question.
You don't want to?
I don't want to answer this question.
You don't like it at all?
I
You don't have to do anything you don't want to. so
my
that's
my
all.
answer is for offline only.
Oh, okay. Well,
I plead the fifth on this?
You absolutely can. Can you promise to give us a little something once we stop recording?
Yeah, you'll have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do my
we'll
best.
remember.
Yeah. Robbie's like, I don't
But
know.
I will say this. There's a reason why PHP was memed on for a really long time. I still haven't figured out why everyone's talking about PHP again. I really don't understand why.
'Cause of the
I'm
Lambos.
genuinely trying to figure it out.
Lambos. I think Lambos is
Yeah,
part
but if
of
you
it.
want a Lambo, go write Scala or something and get a government job, make like mad money, or go work at a hedge fund. Like you can make the same amount
Yeah,
of money.
work at a hedge fund and you can get there. You burn out in 5 years and then,
yeah,
buy
you
an
burn out
island.
about
Who
5 years.
cares?
You burn out of 5 years with the 7 to 8 figures.
Yeah, for sure. So that's not a bad plan. I don't know. Yeah, I get you there. But I do think it's the Lambo. I think that, like, it's almost like anti-Guillermo. It's like Vercel for PHP. Guillermo loves San Francisco and all of that culture. And Taylor's like, we ball.
Obviously, I haven't been to SF in a few years. Last time I was there, I literally think I saw a dead body. Anyways,
I watched people, like, smoke crack and, yeah, no, it was weird.
how many Lambos have you seen in SF?
Oh, in SF, 0. Taylor doesn't live in SF for sure. He lives somewhere like Florida or South
That's a
Carolina
little
or something.
bitches. How do
Yeah.
you stand out there and talk about Lambos when ain't nobody in SF driving Lambos?
No, they have to afford their apartment.
Yeah,
they
their
can't buy a
house.
Lambo.
So
Their house is
what-
$20,000 a month.
all I'm hearing is it doesn't matter Ruby on Rails or PHP. All I'm hearing is that
Yeah.
you're saying Lambos, and I'm saying no, low cost of living.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This
a good
episode is sponsored by Arkansas.
Hey,
this episode is
Walmart's
sponsored
based
by
out of there.
Mississippi. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Yeah, they have a city underground that they can dive into if the world fails at any moment too.
At the end of the day, even though I may plead the fifth on the decision, again, it's whatever language gets the job done.
I agree.
cannot tell you the niche differences between Ruby on Rails versus Laravel. I know that each of them have their own, just like Vercel, they have their own cult of personality around it that people
Yeah.
love to pay attention to. And if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. That's your
Sure.
special interest. I'll
Yeah.
just admit it. Coding languages are not my special interest.
No, it's a tribe mentality, and at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can solve the problems probably with all of those things. And to the nuance that it matters from one to another, most of us are never going to hit. So it doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah.
Back to my hot take.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the language as long as
No.
you're getting the job done.
Exactly. Solve. I like it. All right. Let's just talk tech things, I guess. Do you have some tech questions, Robbie? I don't know. You didn't
I
work on
added a
these,
question or two.
Did you? Please, then.
Yes.
I know you're tired
So-
of my voice.
Well, it's fine. Someone has to talk. I did an episode yesterday, so I'm already fatigued. Yeah, so I was looking through your Twitter posts, and I saw one about hiring staff and senior roles is like what everyone is doing because they don't want to spend time leveling up juniors. And like, I wanted to get your take on, is there even a path for juniors these days? Because like, I feel like AI has kind of like demolished that.
So I think that in the reality of things, the answer right now is no. You either have to be a truly exceptional new grad. I'm unemployed right now. For the context for the audiences, I'm actively unemployed right now. And so I'm looking a lot on job boards, job websites, reading a lot about the market. And I rarely see just like junior engineering opportunities. I do see new grad opportunities. But then when you really think about it, for a new grad opportunity, you basically need to be a mid to senior engineer at that point to even stand out from the crowd. I'm sorry, like, I don't want to be the doomer on your parade, but if you are someone who's not going to an excellent school for engineering, like, my recommendation always is like, oh my God, please go study biology. Like, go study chemical engineering, go study mathematics, go study, like, anything but comp sci, because the market, the time of the luxurious comp sci graduate is dead.
Yeah.
Yep. You heard it here
Can
first.
can you imagine how shitty this is, though? Because 4 years ago, when folks were entering school, they were told something very different, that there was so much need and it's growing, and how quickly that's kind of flipped if you think about even just like 4 years. I would also conversely kind of say there's probably opportunity, but you're going to eat shit for a while.
Yeah.
You're going to go and edit WordPress sites for a while. And you're going to be at a very niche...
Over half the internet is WordPress.
It is, but you're also going to compete with offshore talent, which is cheap for those purposes. So, what's it going to take? You're going to have a micromanager who wants you to be in St. Louis so that they can watch you do that versus someone offshore. And that's why they're willing to pay a difference there. But the cost of living is low, and you're going to have to eat shit through like this. You got to want it.
You
and
have to
it's
be
not
truly
great.
passionate about coding to get a job in coding right now. Like, you have to be contributing to open source. You need to be leak coding every day. You need to have a perfect, you need to be able to solve Dijkstra's in the most niche remote case, doing it backwards, upside down through like a straw, doing a handstand, typing with your eyes closed to be able to like pass like any leak code interview right now.
And then the job is going to be just figuring out which React hook you should use.
No, it's even simpler. It's how do I move this div 4 pixels?
Exactly. That's also why I'm like pretty anti-leak code, just because like unless you're going into like being a quant or something that is super like niche, again, doing something that's like compiler optimization, hardware, you really don't need to know how to leak code, and it doesn't really teach you anything, especially because now more than ever, leak code is truly like a solved problem. It is a solved problem.
Yeah, I like to say, if someone asks you to do some kind of algorithm problem, be like, look, I'm going to npm install the solution to this algorithm, and I'm going to run it. Like, someone else is definitely smarter than me, and the community as a whole for sure is. Like, if it's a solved thing, why do I need to memorize it all?
Oh my God. I remember years ago, I interviewed at a certain FANG company, and they asked me.
You mean, I think you mean Phenomena?
Yeah, we've changed it, by the way.
I
It's
thought it was
Phenomena.
Mega.
No, well,
No, we
Robbie,
say it's Phenomena.
Yeah, we say it's
We've
Phenomena.
coined it
Honestly,
here.
I love the Muppets, so I get it, and I fuck with it. Like, I fuck with it
I
hard.
love that. I was to say, I love that you understand right away the reference.
Yeah. Phenomena do 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 do.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember I just like looked at the interview and I was like, Yeah, so in the practicality of actually how I would do this is first I would look up this like specific algorithm because I don't have it memorized, and then I would look at how it's written and figure out how I can take with my pattern matching abilities, I would take this solution and then implement it here because I don't have it memorized because my brain is full of other things. Now, did I get the job? No.
Right, because you didn't do the
I was
6
honest.
months prep. You didn't do the 6
honest.
months prep for this one 8-round loop, and
yeah, the
in
loops
order
are
to
insane
get
these
in
days.
there, yeah, like the loops are nuts.
Don't even get me
I've gone
started.
through 8 and 9 round loops just to be denied at the end by the CEO, who spoke for 30 minutes and then said, "Oh, you didn't contribute enough." Yeah, you didn't shut the fuck up enough. How about that?
I did 10 plus hours of interviewing for a company only for the hiring manager to put in their 2 weeks notice on the day that we had our final meeting. So they turned me down. I was
That's
a perfect
rough.
fit. Like genuinely, I cannot think of a better fit for that company because like what the company focused on was something I'm very interested in. And
Yeah.
like one of the things I wouldn't be working on that side of the product in general, but I'm like, hey, I am an engineer who understands the space better than any other engineer you'll ever meet because I am actively in this space. Here's my custom t-shirt I'm wearing, by the way. I made this myself. Like I was literally wearing a custom t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
just really am passionate about this space. And that's why I know about your company. And then
And then that happened. And they were like, feel free to keep an eye on our openings in the future.
Yeah,
Also,
keep
feel
in
free to
touch.
pour yourself another drink because, why not?
I will say also one of the things that I think that a lot, and I made a YouTube video about this. I actually recently reposted it because it was like over a year ago. We're saying that, you just said it 4 years ago, people were being told to get into comp sci. But I don't think it was just like 4 years ago they were told into comp sci. Think about when 18 years ago, so 4 years ago is 2021. When were those people born?
That's hard math.
So
I can't do basic math.
2003.
2000, 2001, 2003, 2004. So
Right.
throughout their childhood, they saw the dot-com boom, they saw the stock market crash, they saw the housing boom. So by the time they're 12, 11, 13, it's 2012, 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
What are they seeing and what are their parents seeing? Their parents are seeing, oh, okay, oh my God, look at these stocks. All the news are reporting on young entrepreneurs, Mark Zuckerberg, now worth $1 billion because he started a company on the internet. And like, look at all this money that's going into tech. And then what's his name? So it turns out, did you know this, that the FANG acronym was created by the Mad Money guy?
Oh.
Jim Cramer.
Jim
Yeah.
Cramer created the FANG in like the
I did
FANG
not know
acronym.
that. Yeah.
In the early 2010s. He created
Okay.
FANG acronym and he was like, get in on FANG, like this is the way to go. So their parents, my dad watched Mad Money. Your parents, that information trickles down whether or not you're
My
in,
parents are stupid and poor. That's a whole other story.
whether or not your
Whoa.
parents are knowledgeable of that or not. Like someone
They
will
are
be like,
not.
oh my God, did you hear about these jobs in tech, blah, blah. So now these kids are 11, 12, 13. Their parents are like, software, interesting. And then they go on, they're turning 16, 17, 18. They're starting to approach college. By that point, you're seeing shows like Silicon Valley. You're seeing these articles, what's it like? Oh, software engineers working in Silicon Valley get luxurious trips every year to go to Paris and to go to Costa Rica to hang out with their companies and look at how much money they're making. And oh my God. And then 2019, 2020, 21, use 2021, you see all the influencers come out being like, day in the life of being a software engineer, how to make 6 to 7 figures being a software engineer. Oh my God, look at all the money I make. So then they're going to college and
Lambos.
everyone around them are being like, oh my God, like, what do you want to study? And they're like, software. They're not doing it because they're passionate. They're doing it because it's good
No,
money.
the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hell yes. But also, that's why boot camps existed.
Yeah.
Because it was a learn React, make 6 figures.
Exactly. Now we're just seeing that repackaged as, instead of boot camps, 10 frameworks that you need to learn in order to make 6 figures as a front-end engineer. Watch my video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was in general engineering, to start, and they have a presentation on all the different types of engineering, and they tell you which ones make the most money. Computer science was that one at that time that they gave that presentation, so I was like, Hey, I didn't know
Yep.
which one I wanted to do, but I guess I'll do that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't you wish you would have done industrial engineering or something like that now?
Chemical engineering.
know.
Sell to big oil, move to Texas, own big house, own big car,
Fuck
move to Texas.
Texas. No.
That's where
Have you
all
been
big
to
oil
Texas?
is.
I
Yeah, I've
know,
been to
but-
Texas, but I'm just
Yeah, fuck
saying,
that
if
place.
you want an actually hard challenge, an engineering challenge, move
Yeah.
to Texas, become a chemical engineer, study chemical engineering at MIT. That was the hardest major, and then make big money through big oil.
You could go to the Emirates or something.
Yeah, you could
maybe,
do that and make big money there too.
too. Yeah.
yeah, I've heard
That is a
money there.
place where I've seen a lot of Lambos and Bugattis and whatever else. The gas is super cheap and the roads are perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting place.
Yeah. My like journey into engineering was like very odd. I don't talk about being the child of a tech founder ever. I'm a child of a tech founder. Lord drop. Yeah, my dad started a software company in the 90s.
Wow.
And he was making websites for people in the 90s. He helped innovate law regarding technical advancements in my home state. My dad has had so I don't want to say I was nepotized into this, like into where I'm at right now, but because like he's not really involved in the space anymore. But like my dad like has had dinner with Bill Gates. He used to do things with Microsoft. Like my dad like was there for that time. So like years ago I found like an old little like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And like you write it in kindergarten, and I wrote like, I want to work with computers like my dad one day.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Not a bad influence, all things considered, I'd say. Yeah.
Except now I have to argue about Kubernetes with my dad sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'm glad my dad has no idea about Kubernetes.
Like my dad calls me one day, he's like, Allie, like, what do you think about Kubernetes? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me. Leave me alone.
Dad, it's called Kate's, okay?
Yeah.
That's what we say.
It's
All
Kubernetes.
right? And I don't know. You write a bunch of YAML and do stuff.
Okay, one time I was working at a startup and I was sitting in a meeting with the founder, and he was like, it was a one-on-one meeting, and he goes, oh yeah, Kubernetes. And I was like,
Ooh.
and like the company like specialized in things involving like containerization and things like that. And so I sat there after a few like meetings with him, and I was just like, hey, like, is this like an inside joke or something? Like, I just blatantly asked, I was like, is this an inside joke or something? Am I not in on the joke? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, it's Kubernetes. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's pronounced
Nobody was
Kubernetes.
willing to tell him. That was the thing. That was your superpower, is you were willing to say,
No one
bro,
told
you
him.
got this right. Yeah, no one told him, and he looked like an idiot forever. So that was, that's
I
a
had to
pretty
correct
strong
the
thing.
CEO, and I was like, bro, it's Kubernetes, not Kubernetes.
Yeah. You made his life better. I think you did a service there. So
I did my
hope he
mitzvah for the
appreciates
day,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you do that is not tech? There's a whatnot portion here. And so this is the tangents. Sometimes I play video games. Sometimes I watch random shows. On flights, I always watch superhero movies because I feel like that's the only way to really like capture yourself into them and not overly judge them because you didn't pay $35 a ticket. So what do you do that is not tech?
Can I refine that to what do I do that is not software development?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why
I
not?
build keyboards for people. I currently have a stack of keyboards for a friend for a commission. So
Okay.
I build keyboards for people. I also organize the Net Gala, which is tech adjacent, but this is just me raising a bunch of money to pay artists to make really dope art revolving around the themes of tech, but bring technologists together to discuss tech in the modern society and how we can use art to impact our long-term conversations, but also kind of like, now this is something that I don't hear talked about a lot at like coding conferences, but very big in cybersecurity conferences is LobbyCon. I think at tech conferences it's called the hallway track, where you just like sit and yap. Some of the best LobbyCons in tech have ended. And I'm like, how can I revive LobbyCon and bring together amazing people to have amazing conversations? So that takes a lot of my time. I'm an avid Smiskey collector. I have a lot of Smiskies. Shall
are
I go get
Smiskies?
some?
Yeah,
I
what
shall
is
go
that?
get some.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'd love to see one.
I am an avid Smiskey collector. These are my little green
Smiskey.
guys. I have a lot of them. They live on my desk. I have a big one also. But
Wait, I still don't know what a Smisky is.
they're just
gonna be
little dudes doing things.
Why are they called Smiskies? Oh, yes, there we go.
I don't know. They also glow in the dark. I have
Okay.
one on my phone. I have one on my purse. I have
Okay.
at least 10 that live on my desk. I love them so much. They're just like, unlike Labubus and Sunny Angels, Smiskies are actually doing things. They have work to do. See, this one is being a girl with the pearl earring. This one's watering its plants. These two are moving. This one's getting, they have things to do. Also, this
Yeah,
one
they got
is
things
on
to
a
do.
computer.
Yeah. Which we understand.
Yeah.
We get that. Yeah.
So I like collecting Smiskies. Being in New York, I love walking. Like genuinely, I just will walk everywhere. So that is a big thing for me, is just taking really long walks around the city. I'm an avid reader. I'm currently reading the second book in the Stormlight Archives, which is Brandon Sanderson. Each book is around 1,200 pages long. I'm almost done with the second book in
I
the
don't
Stormlight
think
Archives.
I've read anything that long since Game of Thrones.
I would really recommend it. Unlike Game of Thrones, the Stormlight Archives are completed.
Yeah, that's helpful.
That is helpful, yeah.
I read graphic novels sometimes.
I used to read a lot of graphic novels. I loved Lore Olympus, webtoons. I was a big webtoons girly for a little bit.
Okay. Right now, the last one I was going through was the Invincible
Oh my god, I'm watching Invisible with my friend right now, but my
I
friend's
haven't
at
watched
Burning
it yet.
Man.
I wanted to read it first, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, just because I really liked The Boys.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was like kind of adjacent to that whole like superhero who isn't always making the right decision. Like, okay, yeah, let's go down this path.
Such
Yeah.
a plot twist. But
Yeah.
I'm like, my friend's at Burning Man right now, so I can't watch any without her. And I'm like, oh, like, come back. But enjoy your burn.
I've been to Zero Burning Man. Yeah. Looks interesting. It looks like a lot of work. I can't fuck with that.
I have friends that are camp organizers, so they're like actually in charge and they have to like take care of people. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Nah.
more power to you. Like some of the bigger, like well-known older camps too. So I'm just like, enjoy your burn. Like when you come back, we'll hang out.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's not the kind of job I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think I went to the not even Burning Man like at all, but the whole Indio, California.
Coachella. Coachella.
I went to Coachella, I think in like 2007, about the last time. So if that
Yeah.
like sets a tone for you, that's how.
That's the last like festival you've been to?
Yes,
Honestly, 2007
Yeah.
Coachella was probably really good.
it was amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. Nine Inch Nails was one of the headliners.
Yeah.
Like Block Party was in one of the smallest stages, that kind of stuff. So it was really good. I am 47, so my party, like I'm on the senior menu. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I party with people of all ages. It's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You're not ageist.
No, not at all.
Robbie, he's a dick. He's not.
Yeah.
He's always like making fun of me. for
Yeah, I
being
try to
old.
not hang out with Chuck, and he just keeps showing up. But
Well, it seems like you have a combined LLC, so there is some monetary incentive here. So I
There
hope
is
that you
that.
two
Yeah.
have very good contracts.
Right. Yeah. We cover our
Yes.
bases in that
Yeah.
sense, and
Good
that's
lawyers.
very, that's a great observation from you that
Yes.
most people don't.
we have
notice.
many
Yeah.
LLCs.
Yeah, we have
just
too many.
If anyone's
LLCs.
wondering,
Most of them don't do that great. So,
yeah, all of them
So
make zero
shell
money.
corporations, so
but
high taxes, tax fraud.
Yeah,
My
There we
second
go.
favorite
Well,
activity.
Fraud
We
is
did-
such a strong word.
it's not fraud. It's a marketing expense. We did figure out how to make liquor a marketing expense. That's the best part about this podcast.
I mean, I
don't
did
know.
literally write off. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'll pay for it, but like I
Why
did
wouldn't you?
purchase this with my LLC money.
Yes.
You should, yeah.
When we made money from our services business, we used to buy this for people. We just can't do that anymore because we don't make money from that. And so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would 100%
need us to move a
encourage
div a
you.
few pixels. Give us some money.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah, that's, it's a marketing expense. You're putting yourself out there.
Because if you're listening, I am a back-end software engineer who's actively on the market looking for my next big role. If you're interested in hiring me, please DM me on Twitter @endingwithally, because I'm really cool and I'm fun and I can totally be the personality hire of your dreams.
Yes. And she's not limited to Golang. She will
not.
write whatever language that you need.
Yeah.
I didn't know a
Java
lick of
PHP.
Golang. I didn't know a lick of Golang before my last job, and look at me now.
Right, right. Well,
I can't say that.
let's go ahead and pump up Allie a little bit. You're an MIT grad. You're not only an MIT grad, you are a
Master's
MIT master's
I'm a
graduate.
Pokemon master.
Yeah. Like, that's impressive. I don't know. I didn't graduate anything. Well, high school. But
MIT is
I
the
went
only school I got into.
Is it the only one you applied for? Oh,
Interesting.
Wow. Well, that's a good story on its own, too. So, yeah.
It's
I love
funny.
it.
I think it's hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, like, it's the only one I got into.
Would you have selected another if you...
I may have gone, if I got into Stanford, I would have gone to
Yeah.
Stanford. If I had gotten into UC Berkeley, I would have really considered UC Berkeley because at the time I was also on the crew team. I was on the rowing team for 9 years. Between high school, college, and my master's year, I was a coxswain for both the men's and the women's teams. And when I was in high school, rowing was really important to me. And so if I got into UC Berkeley, I probably would have gone to UC Berkeley, but my parents
Wait.
made me withdraw.
Are you very tall? Are you taller than you seem?
No, I am taller than I seem. Yes. Most people on Twitch think I am 5'2".
No.
I am
Wouldn't have thought
5'6".
that. Yeah. I would have put you around there. Okay. Yeah, if you were like surprisingly 6 foot, I would have been like, wow, would not have guessed that.
I was not a rower. I was a coxswain, which
Yeah,
is the tiny
so-
little girl that sits in the front of the boat. So men and women's team. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Interesting.
competed internationally. I've gone to nationals. So again, the lore is dense and complex. I just don't touch on it because I think a big thing for me is that I don't want like my time at MIT to be the best thing I achieve in my life. I think that there's more to life than that. And so like my other hobby is like social media.
Yeah.
Social media
that's
is my
fair.
special interest, you know?
Yeah. That's fair. I kind of
Yeah.
dig that. Did you do the snowball fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
What?
So there's a big thing every winter. There's like a Harvard MIT snowball fight. And I
I
don't know
see.
that because I went to Harvard, but one of my best friends did.
Oh, so my freshman year, we did have a snowball fight, and I'm looking down because I'm looking at my ring. I wear my class ring every day still, and on my class ring, they have a depiction of like the MIT snowball fight because our time at MIT, we hit some of the highest snowfall in Boston of all time, of all recorded time. So we had a lot of snowball fights
Nice. So it's hard to differentiate
between.
which snowball fight I would be referencing. Sorry.
Yes, that's why I asked because I was like, it was a very specific snowball fight because also the president of MIT got involved and he was there. So
Yeah, I
it's
was
like-
made to believe that it was like an annual big deal.
It probably
Maybe it wasn't.
started from that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right.
Yeah. We
Well-
are over time here. We will give you a chance to plug anything you want, say anything we missed saying. What do you want to say?
First of all, thank you all so much for listening. I hope you had a great time hearing me yap. If you want to hear me yap more, you can find me on twitch.tv/endingwithally. I generally go live Monday and whatever other time I go live right now because I'm unemployed. And so my schedule is dictated by whenever I interview. I really focus on creating spaces where people can feel safe and comfortable learning. You don't have to be perfect on the internet. You just got to be growing, and that's my biggest thing. I'm also posting reels on Instagram. I post memes on Instagram at endingwithally. I'm on Twitter at endingwithally. That's how this happened because we just started reply guying each other, which is super fun. I'm also the host of a cybersecurity news show on the longest running channel on YouTube called Hack 5. If you want to find me there, it's youtube.com/hack5. And I'm also a backend software engineer looking for my next role. If you think I'm funny and if you enjoyed hearing me yap about my opinions, you can find me online at endingwithally. Please slide into my DMs. Even if I don't respond to my DMs, I do read all of my DMs. Replying to DMs seems very stressful. Some of your DMs, honestly, are just like, hi. And I'm like, please don't do that to me. But if you are interested in working with me, you could check out my LinkedIn. My last employer is not on my LinkedIn just because I don't want to cause any issues. So if you want to hire me, DM me, you can get my resume and we can chat.
Excellent.
Cool. All right, yeah, thanks for coming on, and thanks everyone for listening. If you'd like to, please subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Boom, 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 ba-dum.
You've been watching Whiskey Web and Whatnot, recorded in front of a live studio audience.
What the fuck are you talking about, Chuck?
Enjoyed the show? Subscribe.
You know people don't pay attention to these, right?
Head to whiskey.fun for merch and to join our Discord server.
I'm serious. It's like 2% of people who actually click these links.
And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about the show.
All right, dude, I'm out of here.
Still got it.